Here we have a 6-mark question, and we're going to start off by focusing on tan 300 degrees, which lies in the 4th quadrant. In the 4th quadrant, we make use of 360 minus. That can be reduced as tan 360 minus 60 degrees. We're now focusing on cos 90 plus x. 90 plus lies in the 2nd quadrant where cos is negative. However, 90 changes cos into sine, so we have negative sine x. In the denominator, we're now focusing on sine 180 minus x. 180 minus lies in the 2nd quadrant where sine is positive. So that becomes positive sine x. Now for the next step, or the next term rather, I'm just going to bring down this plus 2. And I'm now going to focus on cos negative 30. So cos here is paired with a negative angle, and we know that out of all 3 trig ratios, cos is the only one that remains positive. So that becomes positive 2 cos 30 degrees. Now further simplifying, in the numerator we have tan of 360 minus 60 degrees, and since that lies in the 4th quadrant, tan is negative. That gives us negative tan 60. We can just bring down the minus sine x, which we also have in the denominator here, sine x plus 2 cos 30 degrees. Now, since what we're left with cannot be further simplified, we also notice that we have special angles. So we can replace those with what they're equal to. So negative tan 60. So tan 60 is actually square root 3 over 1, which we can just write as square root 3. So this becomes negative square root 3 minus sine x. In the denominator, we have sine x plus 2 cos 30. Now, cos 30 degrees is square root 3 over 2. What happens here is that the 2 in front and the 2 in the denominator cancel out. At this point, you realize that your numerator and denominator look similar. They both contain sine x, they both contain square root 3, but the terms in our numerator are negative and the terms in our denominator are positive. However, we can get them to look the same. What we can do is we can swap the terms in the numerator. So I've rewritten them as negative sine x minus square root 3. And from here, what we can do is factor out that negative. So what we left with in the bracket will be sine x plus square root 3, which happens to be exactly the same as the denominator. So this bracket cancels out with the denominator, and what we're left with is negative 1. That is our final answer. Now, to check where your marks were given, there was a mark given for negative tan 60, negative sine 60, sine 60 at the bottom. So that's 3 marks so far. For substituting values into your special angles, you had 1 mark. For taking out the negative sign, so in the step where we factorized, that was 1 mark. And the final mark was given for the answer.